main reactor will be destroyed for sure. This is madness. We're doomed.
Hello everyone, thanks so much for joining me here today as we get to talk about one of my favorite subjects, comic books. My name is Jose, I love comic books, I love talking about them, I love sharing them with you. Feel free to follow me on social media if you would like. Links are in the description below. I've also posted a link to the Marvel fan site that'll have plot synopsis and character bios for this story. So, we're going to be looking at Star Wars number 2. Now, normally the day after Star Wars is going to be Darth Vader. However, Darth Vader really starts after these 3 issues. So I decided to hold up on starting Darth Vader until after these first couple issues here of Star Wars are done. So, this is Star Wars number 2. Which, by the way, I had already recorded and accidentally deleted it unknowingly. I was trying to delete something else, and I must have grabbed this one. This issue is from April of 2015. Great cover by John Cassaday, one of my favorite illustrators out there, and I totally love this cover of Han Solo shushing Chewbacca and Vader on top of him. Everybody, oh, it's a great cover. I think it's hilarious and good, and unfortunately, John Cassaday just did a couple issues because that's all he's able to do. Unfortunately, he's not a monthly grinder. So, here we go. Darth Vader says, you hold that weapon like an untrained child. You have no right to it. You, boy, are no Jedi. I love, the way Luke looks at him. Who are you, says Vader. You killed my father. I've killed very many fathers. You'll have to be more specific. And if I did not mention, Jason Aaron is the writer for most of this first volume of Star Wars. And here comes Luke charging toward Vader, and Vader, of course, catching him with his own lightsaber and tossing and Vader says, this is the most pathetic. You are not worth the seconds it would take to finish you. Who sent you here to die like this? And he says, I was there on the Death Star. I saw what you did to him. You killed Master Kenobi, and now I'm here to make sure you. And then Darth Vader takes the lightsaber away. And he says, so, Obi-Wan Kenobi gave you this lightsaber. A shame he did not teach you how to wield it. He never did make for much of a master. Oh, Vader, what a jerk. Real quick, and I don't know if you can see it here, part of the reason I absolutely love John Cassaday is his use of dry brush. Just love it. How did you? The Force will never be with you, boy. Your master has fallen. What hope have you? If you wish to live, you will tell me all you know about the rebellion, including the nature of this attack, he says. And then you will lead me to the rebel pilot who destroyed the Death Star, and watch as I strike him down, says Vader. Speak quickly or join your father. And Luke says, I'd rather die than yield to you. And Vader says, so be it. Very cool. And then he says, wait, this lightsaber. I know this lightsaber. This once belonged to. And suddenly, bam, as the foot comes through. And Han Solo says, watch out, kid. This thing handles like a drunken bantha. And Luke says, Han. And Han says, I'm clearing us a path out of here, Luke. You and the rest of your friends follow me. Oh, Chewie would love this. And Leia says, "There's Vader. Let's ram this thing right down his throat." "Aye, aye, princess." And he, oh, sorry, the stormtroopers from behind all shoot at him. "Death to the Empire," as the prisoners attack. And there goes the AT-AT. Luke's got a weapon here. He says, "This way, follow the walker and keep away from," and he meant he was going to say Vader, but of course he doesn't have a chance as the guy throws him. "All stormtroopers, report to my positions at once. We have the rebels cornered," as Vader starts killing people. "No one else dies because of him. I don't care what happens to me. Help me, Ben, please. Help me kill him." And he's or Luke's reaching for the lightsaber, but of course Vader takes him. "Kill them all, or you will answer to me," says Vader. And so the stormtroopers kill everybody, and he's like, "Oh Ben, what have I done here?" And so here goes Han and the AT-AT. "Would you watch where you're driving, you idiot? You nearly stepped on a Twi'lek," he says. And Han says, "If you're gonna step," oh sorry, Leia continues, "If you're gonna step on somebody, step on Vader. He's the one in black." And Han's saying, "I'm not trying to step on anybody. I just want to get us out of here." "Well, you're doing a great job of that," says Leia. Just the chemistry. "I really do enjoy this Star Wars series. I know some people don't like it. I actually do enjoy this series." Han continues, "Look, don't blame me. Blame the buckethead who designed this lumbering monstrosity." And Leia goes, "We're going to die in this monstrosity if you don't." And Han finally has enough. "This is not helping. You yelling at me is not helping. You want to help? Shoot something." And he says, and she says, "I'd love to, genius, but you picked a walker that hasn't had its cannons hooked up yet." And Han says, "We're working on that." "Right, guys, please tell me you're working on that," as the Jawas and R2 are working on that. So R2 will get the cannons activated. We just have to give him time. And Leia's like, "We don't have time. 3PO, come in. We need the Falcon. Tell me you're en route." And C-3PO says, "Regrettably, Princess Leia, the Millennium Falcon remains indisposed. The ship is still being dismantled by scavengers. Perhaps if you or Master Luke could come to assist. 3PO, we're trapped in the factory. We're all going to die here unless you get that ship in the air. Do whatever you have to do. You hear me?" And Han says, "That's an order." Oh, sorry. Leia says, "That's an order." And C-3PO says, "Yes, Princess." And he goes to grab this weapon. "Oh, how I wish R2 were here." And he comes out and says, "Excuse me, attention scavengers and various unknown alien life forms. Please refrain from further disassembling of this vessel and return at once to your domiciles, wherever those might be, or else." And here comes C-3PO. "Or else I must warn you, I'm quite seriously armed. And if given no alternative, I'm afraid I shall not hesitate to..." And then suddenly the weapon falls down and drops to the floor. And C-3PO is like, "Oh dear, I surrender." So they say something. And C-3PO says, "Sorry, could you repeat that? I'm fluent in over 6 million forms of communications. Do you speak Bocce, perhaps? Or..." And then they shoot poor C-3PO. And so, again, Luke's trying to get away. They're being shot at. And he tells them, "Stay down. We'll figure out a way out of this. Won't we?" And the lightsaber's thrown again. He says, "Ben, this is my fault. I'm not my father. I'm not a Jedi. I'm just some stupid farm boy from Tatooine. I don't belong here. I don't." And he sees a speeder here. And he smiles. "Yeah, I'm a farm boy, all right. A farm boy who can bullseye womp rats." So The rebels are trapped, Lord Vader, but we need ion cannons to bring down that walker. Leave the walker to me. Just make certain you. And suddenly, the stormtroopers are shot. I love just Vader standing defiantly, and here comes Luke just shooting. And he's clearing a path. And Vader says, "That boy, perhaps I was too hasty to dismiss him. Just what have you been up to, Obi-Wan?" And the AT-AT just lands, or the foot lands right near Vader. And Han says, "Now I'm trying to step on somebody. Do it for General Kenobi, for Alderaan. Nice knowing you, Darth." And of course, we know Vader's using the Force here. So, wait, aren't we moving? What's... And then, you gotta be kidding me. So, Vader, of course, is using the Force to keep that AT-AT from getting him. He's using the Force, and Han says, "That's not possible. He's going to tear this thing apart. That's not possible. There's no such thing as the Force. Tell that to Vader, gladly. R2. And so, Vader continues here. "R2, we need the guns." And then he beeps, and Han says, "What'd he say?" Or Leia said, "What'd he say?" And Han says, "He said fire," and bam, 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 and they hit enough of Vader. Great panel here. And so the AT-AT makes its way out. And Leia says, "R2, you beautiful droid, I could kiss you." And look at the Jawa here. "Oh, him you want to kiss. 3PO, come in. What have you done with my ship, you blithering grease trap?" 3PO, "Sir, if you'll not be meeting me, I believe I'll close down for a while," as they got him disassembled again. "No word from Chewie or 3PO. Luke, please tell me you're with us." "On my way, Han. Just need to pick up something." And there's the lightsaber, which of course Luke gets. And then he hits this stormtrooper. "No sign of Vader. Let's move out. I don't think we'll be seeing any more Vader, kid. Not after what we just did to him." And he says, "I wish I could believe that, but you don't know the power of the Force." And so, of course, he comes up and he says, "Lord Vader, we have Mother Moon. I'm sorry, my lord, I didn't realize." And of course, Vader doesn't like being seen. So he breaks this poor stormtrooper's head, or neck. And Vader says, "Lord Vader, this is Overseer Agaddon. Sir, I'm afraid we are unable to halt the power core's meltdown. Request permission to evacuate the facility," which of course Vader is not gonna take that. So he says, "Permission denied, Overseer. If this factory explode, you had best explode with it." "Yes, my lord. Further failure will be dealt with harshly. The rebel invaders must die." And so here comes Vader. "Accept the boy. Leave him to me." Oh, what a way to end this issue. Oh, John Cassaday is absolutely one of my favorites. I've covered his entire short Captain America run, all 6 issues. I'm covering Planetary, which he's working on with Warren Ellis, and now his Star Wars. So I'm a huge fan of his, so absolutely love this. Star Wars number 2 from 2015. As Star Wars has returned to Marvel Comics. Like and subscribe. And I do thank you for listening. Goodbye.